This is Pav Bamber here for PSB Sports. I'm at the Eric Molina vs Andy Joshua press conference here at the Dorchester in London. As you can see with me, Eddie the Legend Hearn returns. How you doing, Ed?
Doing well, mate. I like the Barnet. You've gone real high with the sides.
Yeah.
Slick. Oh, a little line.
Little line as well, mate. Yeah. Cheeky little line. Yeah. Do you know how much you get mocked at uni for my hair back in the day? What? You know that interview we did?
Or after that interview?
After that interview, right? Yeah. Everyone puts on Snapchat. Eddie Hearn mocks Pav, lol. Goes around to everyone. And I got this haircut.
I'm pleased.
And then it's decent. But anyway, Ed, firstly, obviously, as you do, last night watching Sky Sports News, 8:30, announcement from yourselves, Eddie Hearn stating that Dylan Whyte and Whyte-Chisora, it got pretty heated. I know you can't say obviously what happened, but can you give...
say what happened? It got out of hand a little bit.
Yeah.
We had two big heavyweights that wanted to fight each other then and there. They tried, but they couldn't because we had security on there and they were restrained and refrained and taken to other rooms. And then we decided we have to cancel filming because if they went back face to face, something would have happened. So, you know, much stronger than handbags, but controlled and contained. Yeah. And let them go back to camp and get ready for a big fight.
How did it actually start and who actually instigated it?
You'll see it when it's aired, but you know, I mean, both of them, they were both going at it. I mean, they were dying for an excuse to have a fight with each other, you know, and after about 20 minutes, we got there.
It's interesting because you've got this stack pay, if you can't say this. I think I sent you a tweet about it as well, saying what a huge card it was. You know, would you say Whyte-Chisora can actually headline its own show itself if it wants to, let alone being on a cheap sport?
Yeah, it's a fight that could headline its own card, as a lot of these are. Gaffey against Conception, Scott Quigg returning, Luis Ortiz. They've all headline cards, but I think that, you know, that's the art of putting on a huge night of boxing on pay-per-view, is to make sure that you give value for money, and I believe we're doing that again. I know that there's always people who some want to pay, some don't want to pay, but you have the decision, you have the choice. I believe you're going to get great value for money, and if you don't, on December 11th, I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me about it. But you know, we are where we are, and it's a huge night.
You know when you guys announced a show, Matchroom announced a show that will be on Sky Sports box office. As a promoter, obviously your job is to sell the show. However, at times, do you get slightly frustrated in the sense that you have to justify as to why it's pay-per-view?
We've been justifying it for years, and you know, it's the same answer every time.
Yeah.
Like people say, "Oh, does that mean Anthony Joshua's going to be on pay-per-view all the time?" Now, yes, it's huge. You know? Yeah. Of course, the fight's got to be good. And to be honest with you, like after this fight, I think people are going to be a bit more relaxed because it's going to be Klitschko and Wilder and Hay and those kind of fights where it's almost a given that it's going to be box office. So, you know, I said before, if it's a huge main event, the undercard's going to be a bit weaker. Yeah. If it's a smaller main event, the undercard's going to be much stronger. But ultimately, it's the same product. The only thing that varies is how many people buy it. It's just like any other product. You know, you put a product on the shelf, some people are going to buy it, some people aren't going to buy it. It's the job of the company, the marketing team, to make you want to buy that product. That's me, I'm the marketing team, I'm the sales team. I believe in the product, so I can sell it to you. Okay, it's your choice. You know, I don't make you go down and buy a specific type of detergent. You know, you make your own decisions up based on the quality of the product and the marketing campaign. Just the same here. If you don't think the product's good enough, don't buy it. I'm telling you, I believe you will be. 7 hours of World Championship boxing on your couch for £16.95, and the biggest star in world boxing. So not Eric Molina.
But yeah.
then I think it's a no-brainer.
Well, as you said there, that pretty much leads me on to my next question. You know, when I'm out and about, or if a boxing fight gets announced on Matchroom on box office, my friends will come to me or people will come to me and say, oh, Pav, you know, next time you interview Eddie Hearn, can you ask him why it was pay-per-view or this and that, so on and so forth?
The answer is to pay the wages.
Yeah.
There isn't a broadcaster out there at the moment. We're very lucky to be working with Sky Sports, who have a budget for boxing that is just unlimited, that are willing to spend 7 figures plus, which is what is needed for a fight this magnitude. Just tell them that if this wasn't on pay-per-view, your mate Eddie would be losing somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million quid. So probably best that we go the other route.
Yeah. And also, in particular, a lot of talk about Vladimir Klitschko. Obviously, it got the fans real pumped, and obviously, I think there were a lot of cynicals on Twitter saying that Matchroom weren't actually going to make the Klitschko fight. But as you've said now, a deal was already agreed.
We worked to try and make that fight.
Yeah.
And now it's on. It's happening. If we beat Molina,
spring is it, I believe.
Spring, and all those people that moaned and said that, just wait for the announcement. Tune in on December 10th, and if we're triumphant, you'll see Vladimir Klitschko there. You'll see Anthony Joshua there, and maybe we'll have a bit of news to make you smile.
Eddie, that's going to be huge, isn't it?
Big fight.
Klitschko Joshua, huge.
Huge fight.
In terms of venues, are you going to tell me in the sense that are you going to go back to the O2, a stadium fight?
I want it in a stadium.
Yeah.
It's April, so it's always a little bit risky. Got Millennium Stadium's got a roof.
Yeah.
You got Wembley's a risk, but it's a beautiful place. It's London. So we've got some work to do with Bonti and his team, and hopefully we'll finalise the venue in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that question you always get asked on Twitter, Ed. It's alright if you put it on in Wembley in the winter. It's got a roof, and you always find it hasn't got a roof.
Put it on in Wembley in December. So it's got it has got a roof. All right, mate.
Oh, yeah. I only paid $500 to hire out Foxgrove Studio. Eddie, also in particular, when you fought Charles Martin, a lot of people were saying, is that fight a step too far, because is it going to end AJ's development? But then your reply to that was he's only going to be fighting opponents who he would have fought anyway if he beat mine, and he has. So do you think now he's literally ready? If he beats him, we've got 18 now, so his 19th fight to go against Klitschko.
Yeah. He was ready to fight Klitschko now.
Yeah.
We were ready, but we have to wait, and maybe that's for the best. So.
Talk to you a bit about your signing of Katie Taylor, because
very excited. I think she's a great talent. She really excites me. And debut on November 26th, and then the big one on December 10th.
Next show in Monaco.
Yeah, next week.
It's going to be huge.
Stephen Smith against Sosa, Luis Ortiz against Malik Scott, Murray against Chudinov, Jay McDonald against Solis. So get this one rolling in Monaco, and plenty more next year.
I saw your interview on Sky Sports News yesterday about Ronda Rousey and the similarities just with Katie Taylor. But on a serious note though, Ronda Rousey arguably became the biggest star in the UFC at one point.
See that from Katie Taylor. She's very entertaining to watch. She's very likeable. Why not?
Are you going to head off to Sky now to film Joshua? Million gloves are off?
Just going to go and get him.
You're going to head off. All right, Eddie, thanks so much for your time.
Mate, no